I am so happy you are here. You know, this is going to be a really good talk about how to create artistically if you're a hairstylist and working with the public, and maybe you don't think of yourself as an artist, but you most certainly are, because it is a very creative thing to create hair. I know my daughter is a hairstylist, and she works with me on my color of my hair and how it looks, and the trending things. And so it really is a good thing to realize that you are an artist, an artisan that does hair, and it's just a really good thing. And today's broadcast is about how to get the other part of you, which is that part of you that can create your own reality by working more with the law of attraction. And so I'm going to ask you a few questions. You know, you may be one of those hairstylists, creative business types like an artist or an artisan or a crafter. And maybe you even have been setting goals or using goals, and maybe even using the law of attraction, but you're not getting the results you're getting. Maybe you're not feeling so good when you go to work, and or later on you're feeling kind of tired and wrung out. Well, maybe you're kind of curious. I'm sure you are curious why you are attracting negative things, like negative advice or negative customers or people sitting in your chair that just really bother you, and maybe people who don't want to tip you well or even pay. They're thinking they can slide by with the less at go to a hairstylist, that they don't have to pay so much. And maybe you're thinking, you know what? What's going on? What's up with that? And that's what I'm going to address today, exactly what's up to that with that. So as I explain to you why it is that you're not getting what you want and you're attracting negative things to your business, it's most important to know why you're attracting these things, because I know that you are. And I am Sandra Longmore. That's who I am. And who am I? Well, I practice energy, moving energy all the time, 24 hours, 7. And I never get bored with it. I am an energy master practicing my craft, which means I'm flowing with the highest vibration of the universe. I am a certified law of attraction trainer, a certified life coach, a certified energy master for advanced coaching. I'm a published author, speaker, and teacher of art. And most of all, I love, love, love what I do. And, the purpose of today's show is to stop attracting negative things. And you want to say, stop it. And so, as a customer, that might be what you're attracting, or negative customers and staff, if you have a staff, or clients, and maybe just real life situations, and you're wondering, why isn't this working? There's just so much frustration here. Well, guess what? It's all law of attraction, the most powerful law in the universe. So stay tuned while I teach you what you need to know to stop attracting negative things. And most importantly, how to press this button. And this is the vibration button. Bing, bing. This is what we're going to be doing today, is learning how to press that wonderful button. And you want to do that because you create your own reality, and this energy system is here for you to work with, law of attraction. But today I'm going to help you learn you great tools and tips how to use this. So get your sketch pad out, or a sticky or something, and a pencil and a pen. Because why? Because you're going to want to learn this material, and you're going to want to listen to it over and over again, because it's so rich in content, and you'll get more out of listening to it more than once. I do have a reputation, and people like me who practice law of attraction, some of my clients and people I know who practice it, they say, how do you stay so positive? How do you get that kind of glow? And that's what happens when you're more positive, is you really do get a glow. And I love, love, love hearing that. So the difference is that we live, those of us who practice law of attraction, we really do live our lives like artists who know the art of law of attraction. And artists know law of attraction. And because of that, it's kind of like an ageless living because we laugh a lot and we're happy and we just automatically look energetic and ageless because we laugh a lot and are happy. And we practice 24 hours, 7. So now if I heard these words, you see inherent beauty in everything. Laugh a lot. Practice 24 hours, 7. I would say that's the best vitamin ever. And if I were in your shoes and I heard this, sees beauty, laughs a lot, looks and feels energetic and ageless, loves life, I would want that vitamin so big time. You know, I remember it well when I first learned about law of attraction. That word was kind of woo-woo, you know, and 20 years ago or 10 years ago, we didn't want to have it known that we were thinking about how to change our universe and thinking about law of attraction. But now corporations, businesses, hairstylist businesses and hairstylist schools are asking for this training because it works. It literally reduces the stress in the workplace and everybody gets more done and the atmosphere shifts from negative to positive. Now, the word law of attraction is not new, but the experience is. The law of attraction always has been and always will be. It is a universal law. And I know this because I use these words and I've heard these words like coincidence and serendipity and synchronicity or just out of the blue or it's karma or faith. These are all evidences of law of attraction. Now, you might I know you've experienced this. Say you're in the grocery store and you're going down the aisle with your stuff and you're thinking, I would really like to talk. And there that person is right there in the grocery aisle. And you're going, oh, I was just going to call you. I wanted to ask you a question. And you could have just as well said, this is so law of attraction because this is here. Whoops, sorry. This is here because of me. This is here because of me. You could have just as well said that. You know, have you had experiences like that? I bet you have. And so in the margins, as you're doodling away here, you might want to put that, things that have happened to you that were like that. Because this is such a wonderful time. We're at a time of expansion and leading edge material where people are talking about this stuff all the time. And it's becoming quite mainstream. And there's like a paradigm shift going on. A lot of leading edge speakers and workshop leaders talk about this paradigm shift. Well, I want you to get your pencil ready because you're going to hear about the definition of law of attraction. Now remember, you're already experiencing it. If you've said things like coincidence, amazing, serendipity, this is so in the moment. And you could have just as well said, this is so law of attraction. Now today you will learn how to apply law of attraction into your hairstyling business and your life experience. Now why do you want to do that? So you can attract the resources, people, contracts, maybe commissions, great tips, information, ideas, and amazing opportunities. And that's how it's done. You know, it's not a big secret. We're here to teach you. I'm here to teach you. I guess I'm saying we, law of attraction. Yeah, it's always blowing and flowing through us. So here to teach you how to make things come to you easily through the law of attraction. So first part is just how to stop attracting negative things. Now, doesn't it make sense to step up today and say, I'm going to stop attracting negative things? Enough. Then the three-step formula. That's the how. How do I attract what I do want into my life? And I have a special 4-part program that I'm going to talk to you about later. Now, here's my promise today. You're going to leave this hangout with a better knowledge of what is the law of attraction, the 3 words to stop using, and a definition of the law of attraction. Now, the definition of a law of attraction is, it states, I attract to my life and business whatever I give energy, focus, and attention to. You know, it's interesting. There isn't any separation here. Law of attraction doesn't like divide itself up like a checklist. It's like this stream of energy. It just goes through us vibrationally. And it's poetic. It's kind of multi-leveled and poetic. And it's really what makes you laugh. It sometimes it makes you not laugh and say, doggone it. But law of attraction brings you whatever your energy, focus, and attention is currently on. And you are the one that's pulling the strings, that's creating your own reality. You're accountable. How about that? You are accountable. Now, this may be a new mindset for some of you. I know, but I'd like to get this important point across. Whatever you want, you need to give it these 3 things: energy, focus, and attention, or desire. Those 3 things. Now that sounds a lot. So I'm going to ask you a few questions to get this point through. When I give it attention, am I giving it energy? When I give anything attention, am I giving it energy? When I give it energy, anything, am I giving it focus? Well, this is like a personal accountability system. So whatever brings us to the law, that brings us to what the law of attraction, how it works, and most importantly, about this very special 4-letter word, vibe. The reason you need that idea is so you can stop attracting the things you don't want to. So first, the law of attraction says, whatever I give attention and energy to, I get more of. Oh, that sounds so good. I like that feeling. I like that. I think that's so cool. Whatever I give attention to, everything's going to go just Jim Dandy. I'm going to be so happy. But oh no. Here's the hook. There's another part to that sentence. The law of attraction says, whatever I give my attention, focus, and energy, I get more of, whether negative or positive is the hook, the other part. The law of attraction says, whatever I give my attention, focus, and energy, I get more of, whether negative or positive. So let me ask you, or I'll ask myself, do you mean that the universal energy doesn't know that I only want positive things? It doesn't have a brain. It's not a decider. Well, how does this thing work anyway? Well, no brain, can't decide, just is. I'm going to think about this. What else do I know that's like that? Oh, of course, gravity is just an energy doing its thing. What goes up comes down. I have a great quote that I really love to share with you, and it's from J.B. Smoove, and it talks about it will let you see what both gravity and law of attraction is, because it really is a cool quote. So anyway, on to the quote, and I quote, you know how you put peanut butter on a piece of bread and the bread falls? It never falls on the bread side down. It always falls on the peanut butter side down, and that's because of gravity. Well, I'm going to take it one step further, JB. That takes in both gravity and the law of attraction. Gravity because it falls to earth, and law of attraction because you get what you ask for or what you think about, and whether it's negative or positive. Law of attraction has a very simple job description, and you are going to help learn this simple concept in a minute, and you're going to help me share this with yourself and me. So I'm going to share with you first a shorter definition of law of attraction by sharing with you how law of attraction works. You know, the law of attraction works through a word called vibe, and that vibe comes from a longer word called vibration. So think about this. How do you use the word vibe? You know, just use your own words. Good, maybe you say things like, "Oh, good vibrations." Remember that song, Good Vibrations? Or this vibe feels really good in this room, or I don't like this vibe. Now we have an idea about the word vibe and how it comes from this longer word, vibration. Now that you know that vibe and vibration is the same, I bet you're going to all the time. But if you're just starting to use that word, you really are describing a word or a feeling. You know, the law of attraction could even be called the law of vibration. So let's look at it another way. So let's look at it with this graphic graphic. It's a negative. It's a meter reader, so it has both positive and negative on it. So, what kind of vibes do you feel when I point to the negative ones? You might even put a few down there. So, maybe things like no money, no customers, don't feel good, my health's not so hot. And then the positive vibes are, oh, it's such a sunny day, and I love coming to work. I like the way that my client, I like this client that's coming today. So that's kind of an idea of how vibes are. And then there's the artistic way, and I think that every single artist has this idea of feeling. It's not an idea, we feel things. So, how does that positive vibe feel? Think about that. How does that really, really good positive vibe feel? And how does a negative vibe feel? Well, we could take it into the 20th century. I also have another love, and that's besides law of attraction, and that's technology. And this is my new iPhone 6. So, if you go in and you hear um, a vibe like you go into a bank maybe and you want to get some money for your hairstyling business and or for to just catch up on bills, and you see a bunch of bankers and you go up and you go, which one of you want to give me money? And you look at the first one and you get something like that. Oop, I'm not getting anything. Funny. Hmm. Anyway, it should have gone beep, beep. And then you go and then you have a positive vibe here on the app too. And so when you do a positive vibe, that's the one that wants to give you money. That's the banker that says, "Oh yeah, I do small micro loans and I would love to give you some money to improve your business." Cha-ching! There you go. Positive. That's a good one. So that also works on everything. If you can read your vibes, you can read what you're currently sending and what your current point of perspective is. But you know, you don't need that meter reader to tell you what your vibes are. In fact, sometimes it might not even work, like mine. I think I don't have the cellular memory turned on. So, anyway, you don't need that. You got the feelings. And you might be saying, okay, Sandra, big deal. Big deal. Everybody's got feelings. And sometimes those feelings are very challenging, like your pulse starts racing, or you feel this kind of in your throat or in your stomach. And the good news is you can absolutely shift those vibes. Now, it's amazing. It really does work. Practice, yes, but it does work. So you can shift them with practice. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have those feelings in the first place, because those feelings are actually your guidance system. And this is the big deal. This universal energy of law of attraction can change your world. So imagine what your world would be like if you had different thoughts, if you had new possibilities, unlimited possibilities, because you have learned how to shift your emotional base. And this is called harnessing the law of attraction. This is called harnessing the law of attraction. And it's so worth the practice. So I'm going to say that again. You create your own reality by your feelings. And the method or the creating power comes from the universal law of attraction. And the good news is that you can learn how to harness this energy. Do you remember that movie Avatar, where Jake, the big blue guy, climbs up on this dragon, and first of all he confronts the dragon, and he has to learn how to align with the dragon, and the dragon is just bumping and going and doing its thing, and that kind of thing. And then Jake is going, oh my gosh, I got to get together with this. And they do it. He does it. And somehow they get in sync, and Jake gets up on top of that dragon and they flow. And what are those feelings they're feeling? The feelings are freedom and ease and discovery and empowerment and fun. Those are the feelings you can have all the time with practice. Not saying you're not going to have some negative ones, because they're your guidance system, and we're going to talk about that later. But this feeling of freedom and ease and discovery and empowerment and fun can be so improved in your life by learning all about law of attraction. Okay, you might be saying, all right, Sandra, sounds really, really good, but why don't you just prove that to me? Just prove it. Well, dear friend, I can't prove it. It's the same with gravity, which is another universal law. I can't put it in a jar and show you gravity here and show you law of attraction here and say, look at these jars. But my job is to train you how to see your own results. Now, you could figure out how to use gravity by just flying in an airplane and jumping out without a parachute. Pretty soon you get the idea of what gravity is. What comes up goes down. So my job is not to prove that to you. It's for you to prove it to yourself by your results. And guess what? Tonight, when you go home and you're driving home or walking home or bicycling home, you're going to learn some things that you learned today. They're going to occur to you, and you're going to see your life start to shift, and you're going to notice things are starting to happen. And you go, whoa, that is such a coincidence that I had that thought right now about how to come to a solution about something. This is pretty cool. This is very serendipity. I get it now. I'm proving it to myself. So to recap here, when do you have a mood or a feeling? Right now, in the room. Everybody has a mood or a feeling. Everybody. And it can be what? Yep, negative or positive. So what you need to know, all what you need to know right now is that law of attraction's here. It's flowing and blowing through you. And it's the job description of law of attraction to do a couple things. This is job description of law of attraction. Law of attraction. The job description of law of attraction is, oh, I'm going to wait a few minutes. People do have job descriptions. In fact, a friend of mine in the government had a 17-page job description. And, it was really, really long. Well, law of attraction has this short job description. It's only 2 words long. You could put it on a postage stamp. Say it when you see it. Match vibration. So the law of attraction job description is match vibration. And you might be thinking, oh, well, where's the rest of that job description? Remember the guy with the 17-page one? Let me see if I can take the job description and put some more stuff in it. Make it more complicated, because things that are more complicated, then it just sounds better if we put a whole bunch of more words. No, you can't do that. It's just two words: match, vibration, vibration. Very simple. Match, vibration. Oh, I kind of get that. Maybe it's like a factory worker or assembly line worker, and it goes, okay, here comes a word or a feeling, match it. So, the universe is really good about unfolding your vibrations, but it brings you what you want out of life by what you're matching. It's a perfect match because the law of attraction is a matcher, not a decider. I know this is really probably a very hard pill for many of you to swallow or to think about. But if you're not getting what you want right now, like negative customers, negative feelings, um, your health's not so hot, your life just isn't working out like you want, well, I am not blaming you in the least. And you are not alone with this. But to experience this, I am just saying you are getting whatever you have sent the vibration for in the first place. Oh, I know. I don't like the rule sometimes either. In fact, a lot of times I don't like the rule. I'm just teaching it. And sometimes I say, this just plain sucks. I want a new rule. I want that rule to say, only attract positive things, period. Now, would you be feeling better if that was the rule? If you could change the rule? But that's not the rule. It's a universal law. The rule is law of attraction matches everything. What we are going to help you learn today, or what law of attraction and I are helping you to learn today, is how to stop attracting negative things. So first, let's identify what negative things you might be attracting. What are some of the things that you may want to change? Maybe you want some more information on technology, or you got trouble at home, or your clients are canceling, and your days are getting really long, long, long. So for those who are listening, I want you to write down one thing you're currently attracting because you want to stop attracting it. And because you will learn how to stop attracting that one thing about your business today. And I'm going to show you a very, very important graphic right now. So take a good look at this one. I'm going to help you reset the words you are doing. So the words create the thoughts, create the emotions, create the results. That's what happens. So I'm going to teach you or work with you today on how to reset the words. So I'm going to just think about stuff right now. So say I start thinking about negative stuff and I feel stressed. I'm just thinking about them. I'm just kind of having those thoughts. And when I'm thinking about them, it causes me to send a feeling or a vibe. Isn't that true? Yeah. Now that makes sense. For example, if I walk into my job or I walk into maybe a new salon where I want to go to work and I think, oh, this doesn't feel very good. I don't feel very good. First of all, you need to think about, what are you saying to yourself? Are you saying, this is way too advanced for me. I'm not that good a hairstylist. Are those thoughts right there? Or are you thinking that I really don't like it when negative Nelly comes in and into my salon, and you think, but look at what results you're getting, because this is how it goes. Your words create your thoughts, create your emotions, create your results. It's a perfect match. So look around at your workspace, your group of friends, your family. You could be sending negative vibes, and law of attraction is just doing its job. It's matching it. So what do? Well, first look at the results. It might not be you, but some of the people that get negative results. And what are some of those negative results people are getting? Things like money's not coming in, having trouble at work, or trouble with new ideas, trouble coming up with new hairstylists, or I just plain have some problems. Work goes great, but I have some problems at home. Now, if you and I had 10 minutes to chat about how bad home life business is, we would have negative vibes. And our bubble would look like this. You've seen people like this. She's in a slump. Look at that bubble. Oh my gosh. You know what? If you looked around at her vibe, it would be a perfect match. So if you want your bubble to be different, you have to work with this. You have to work with your words, your thoughts, emotions, and results. Because that girl in the slump, you know what her emotions are. You know what she's saying to herself. Life sucks. I don't like my life. I don't like my job. I don't like the weather. I don't like this car. La 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 la. Woo woo woo. So, perfect match to her bubble. So what about if you want this bubble, a pink bubble? How sweet and wonderful. And you say, I want that bubble. Well, the difference between this one and that one is when the story starts. That's the story these two are telling that makes the difference. And so the negative girl is almost always using 3 words when she tells her story. And those 3 words are calling law of attraction to attract negative things. And the 3 words that she's using are the same 3 words a lot of people use 300 times before breakfast. And my hunch is right now you are on the edge of your seat waiting to hear these 3 words. But first things first, we're going to learn how to reset your vibration. So we're going to work backwards and do the reset. So if you reset these 3 words, your results will change. And the words are, ta-da, don't, not, know. So we're going to play right now a little law of attraction game to get the point across here, to tell me why I'm attracting, why you're attracting, and giving attention to what you don't want. So if you're saying, I don't want my clients to cancel, what are you giving attention to? Cancel. I don't want to be late. What are you giving attention to? Be late. And this is one of my favorite ones. Oh, this is not a scam. Scam is the attention you are getting. You know, and I just thought of one, you know, when the doctor says, this won't hurt, and you might think, well, I didn't think it was going to hurt until you told me. And now, yes, it does hurt. So at first, when you first start noticing this, you have to get up to speed because everybody's brain really needs to get up to speed on this information. It's new information. And so I'm going to try another way to explain it. You know, I said earlier, I really like technology and I love Google. Google is just so cool. And I like it particularly because it's kind of like law of attraction. Google is like law of attraction. So if I go to my MacBook Pro and I type in the words no football, well, Google discards that don't not know. And so, listen carefully, so does your subconscious. So maybe try another word like no puppies and see all the pages that come up, or type in no sickness. Sickness is going to come up all over your internet, or no failure, or I just plain don't want to be fat. And you're going to get lots of stuff on puppies, lots of stuff on football, and tons of stuff on sickness, failure, and oh my goodness, being fat. And you might be saying, what is going on? What is happening here, Google? I clearly stated that I did not want puppies, football, sickness, failure, or to be fat. Come on now. And that's all that's happening to me. You see, law of attraction is like Google. What you are thinking. And it's only hearing the words. Oh, she wants puppies, football, sickness, failure, and oh yes, to be fat. Now, what would your life be like if you used all these words? It would look like this. And your world, there would be full of puppies and football and sickness and failure and too fat. You know, I like the puppies part, but not true, but not the fat part. Yeah. So your life would be kind of suck if you used all the things that you're conjuring up in your mind all the time using those three words, don't, not, know. So you might be thinking, I just have to change all this. I just want to change all this. So what's happening here? Well, you have a habit of sloppy thinking. Yep, you are a sloppy thinker. But you know the difference. When you change your thinking, you will change your results. So some of you are getting pretty aware about all this, about your thought patterns. But I still haven't told you how to fix it. And this is your homework from now until the rest of your life. Every time you use those words, don't, not, know. Here they are, don't, not, know. Shift it to the vibe reset button. And I got a huge one here. The vibe reset button. Isn't that the coolest, biggest vibe reset button ever? And use the reset sentence and say it when you see it. So what do you want? That's the reset sentence. When you start using don't, not, know, you start using this, use so what do I want? And that resets the vibe. So this is the reset sentence. If I don't want my clients to cancel, what do I want? I want them to keep their appointments. Or I don't want a challenging meeting. I don't want a challenging haircut. What do you want? I would like to have a good meeting today, a nice client that tips well. Or I don't want to get rejected today. What do you want? I want that everyone accepts me today. Whenever you use the words don't, not, know, you just give attention to what you will get. Remember, the words themselves aren't bad. It's the vibe behind it. So whenever you hear your words saying the big three words, don't, not, know, I want you to hear my voice in your head saying, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? So every time you say the words don't, not, know, here's the voice in my head. What do you want? And here is why. Every time you switch from what you don't want to what you do want, your words change. And so when I say, don't forget, what do I want? Remember, remember to do this. Remember to lock up. Remember to remember that you have a massage on. Well, I go from what I don't want to what I do want. What changed? Those words. And when the words change, what else changes? The vibration. You know, like I'm going to tell you a little story about a couple hairstylist twins. You know, these hairstylist twins had the same training, and yet there was a difference. One was very successful and had lots of clients, and the other one didn't have many at all. In fact, her business was kind of going down the tubes. Now, from the outside, the two people looked the same. In fact, you could have called them two cute little twins. But the one was so successful. And so what does that person do? What did that hairstylist do? Well, she celebrated all her successes and she told people about her goals and her dreams. And she had a reset button right there at her station. And she was very conscious about what she said and what she thought. She was very deliberate. And the other one, what did she do? Well, you could hear her complaining about her life and her business and was still trying to figure out why she was attracting negative things in people and everything was going all wrong and she had all this drama. Well, the difference between the two hairstylists was their vibration. And the one had a vibe like this, and the other one didn't have such a hot vibe. So this is the kind of vibe you want to bring the things that create good things in your life. So I'm going to wrap up today by telling you a couple of things about your vibration. You know, if you want to know the vibration you're sending about anything financial, well, just look in your wallet. What does it look like? If you want to know about vibration you're thinking about your relationships, look around and see who you talk to, whose posts you read, or what you post on Facebook. This is a really good learning place, Facebook, about vibration. You know, remember, I didn't create the rules of law of attraction. I am teaching it. I am the how-to lady that will help you learn how to harness the power of law of attraction. So let's check here to see if I met the criteria of today's show. Did I explain how law of attraction works? Sure did. Did I explain why you are attracting negative things to your business? Sure did. Did I explain to you the relationships between the words and the results people are getting? Mm-hmm. Did I explain to you the 3 words to take out of your vocabulary? Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely. Did I tell you how to reset your vocabulary with that reset sentence? What was it? So, what do I want? So I'm going to leave you with this homework. Ideally, you'll put the words don't not know on a piece of paper. And maybe your new password is going to be, so what do you want? And start practicing this. When you start practicing it over and over again, your world will so dramatically change. And then you're going to be ready for more. And that is the second part of what I'm offering today. The first part was this program is to stop attracting negative things. As you practice these things you learned today, you will see a difference. Now, the second part is a 3-step formula. So I'm going to show you another card here about the 3-step formula. So there's a guy figuring out what the formula is, and he sees it says ask, receive, allow, and then there's a 4th step, and that's the bonus step. I'm going to tell you about that in the 4-part series. So the 4-part series is going to be like this. It's like Hangouts, and we're going to have a 10-page workbook, and you're going to invite people. It's going to be recorded, and you use I will use accelerated learning techniques like I did today, showing you cards, asking you to write down things, saying sounds, and then you will remember a lot more, like 100% of what I said today. So that is so much better than a lecture. So are you tapped in? So the next part is doing the 4th-part Hangouts, and that is you're going to learn about how to ask about what you want. That's step 1. And step 2 is you're going to learn how to give attention and your desire attention, the right kind of attention. And step 3 is allowing. And allowing or receiving it is this one. So you're really tapped in. I can feel that. And you know, this formula doesn't ever get old. You can use it over and over again. You can use it for things like your ideal artist business, your ideal money flow, your ideal body and health. And once you've identified what you want, the first step is done. And then you have a wonderful, wonderful process that you can use over and over again. So the first one was ask what you want. So that was this graphic here. So you just ask for what you want. And then the second one was give your desire attention. And I have a wonderful process for this. And some people are saying, wait a minute, allowing is the 3rd step? I didn't know there was even 3 steps. And yes, this is the most important step and the most misunderstood step. Step 3 is allowing. It's the most important step in the 3-step formula. And the speed to which law of attraction, or your desire is brought to you by law of attraction, is how you are allowing. That is why that's such an important step. And I promise you, in the 4-part series, you're going to be able to teach other people what allowing is because of the way I explain it through demonstrations, exercises, worksheets, and then you're going to have the formula to deliberately attract what you want. And when you bring this vibrational work to the workplace, your coworkers, your clients are going to experience you definitely different. And you will be able to know how to shift vibrations when you hear that negative Nelly come in and from others. Now, my hunch is you're ready to learn how to use the 3-step formula. And this 4-part series program is ready for you. So I'd like to wrap up and give some feedback right now about how this would help people in your hairstyling business or your hairstyling career or your business friends or at home. And how do you see yourself using this? You know, I see you using it every day because it's practical, it's no nonsense, and it's tiny steps. I see you using it because you will be more conscious of the words you are using. You'll be more self-aware about your personal vibration, and you'll know what to do, and you'll know how to reframe from negative to positive. That alone is awesome. Yes, and that will be helpful. You know, a lot of people say they want that all that you have to do is be more positive, but they don't tell you how. And the 3-step formula will teach you how to harness the law of attraction to your advantage. So set your business plan into a momentum of success, and I can promise you new discoveries will happen every single day of your life. You will be able to attract more of what you want, like ideal customers, ideal clients, ideal relationships, and ideal money flow. So today was very important. So if you enjoyed today's show, and my hunch is that you did, and that you learned a lot, put a note down to share this event with other people. Now you're probably wondering, how can I find out more about this 4-part event? Well, what you need to do is go to sandralongmore.com and look for the 4-part series. And that when you're there, you can learn a little more about what the series is all about, and you can use PayPal to make a payment. So the series is 2 payments for $48 or 1 payment for $98. So look for that on my internet site. And I have had so much fun hanging out with you today and telling you all about my 4-part series on law of attraction and giving you some good content so you can start getting positive results right as today. And so I am so happy you are here. So bye for now. We'll see you in the 4-part series.